Hey guys, so here's the video for how you're going to plot your personal narrative onto the plot line, or what's called in middle school Freytag's pyramid. Um, this is something that you're going to do with your quick drafts, which you wrote yesterday, and you're going to now plot them, the actions and the events in your quick drafts onto a plot line to help you make sure that you have everything. Because remember, in your quick drafts, you are just supposed to be writing, which means you might have missed stuff or forgotten things. And so, this is another step to help you make sure that you've remembered everything about the event that you need to, and that there's not other details and elements that maybe you should get in, or maybe there's some that like really don't belong and you're like, this doesn't fit. So, this will help you with that. Um, so you're going to do this in your interactive notebook, and you're literally just going to draw like the pyramid, the plot line onto your paper. You actually have a drawing of Freytag's pyramid in your interactive notebook. I'll tell you what page, and there's a poster on the wall in the classroom. But most of you have probably seen this, and it just kind of looks like a pyramid where it starts out right here, or some teachers call it a roller coaster, right? It starts out right here and then it goes way, 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 way up. This part should be really long because it's the conflict. It's most of the story, the rising action. So you've got a little bit of exposition. Most of the story is rising action. Then you have a climax, and then you have falling action and resolution. The falling action is shorter because the climax has already happened. So you don't need that much information here. If an author, you, includes too much information here, it's boring to the reader because the main events have already happened. Most of your story should happen right here. Okay, so you're going to just draw this pyramid on here. I did it in dark purple marker because I want you to be able to see it. You can just do it in pencil, okay? You don't need to do it in any color or marker. And basically, if you'll see, I have my setting here, which you do want to include down here under your pyramid. So when and where was this taking place? And then your exposition is just kind of like the might not be that much information for mine. If you remember, my marathon story was about it being pre-dawn, right? That's part of the setting. It was my first marathon. I had trained, but I was scared. That wasn't all in the first line, but that's all of the background, which then remember I kind of like spread out throughout the story. Um, and I might even include that, that I have not married, have my sister's kids, and my mom were my support team at that point. And then basically most of your story is going to happen here. This is where all the conflict is, because remember, without conflict, there is no story. It's super boring, right? I was, feeling sick. I was nervous. I was getting going, and then I was going faster than I thought I had planned. I was doing okay, and then I slowed way down, and then I wasn't even sure I could finish. Like at one point, I had like an 18-minute mile, and I was like, how did that even happen? Um, then the climax is the turning point. It's where everything changes, right? So for me, I worked all this conflict up. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to finish. So for me, the turning point is when I saw the hotel and realized I could finish, right? That's the climax. Saw the hotel. And then the falling action, very short. I realized I could do anything for 2 miles. And then my resolution is that I said bye to those men I had been running next to, and finish the race. Okay. What you're also gonna do is go and add transition words and phrases to your plot line. And you're going to have glued in a list of transitions, a transition word bank, which these are not all the transitions in the world, but they're pretty common ones for what you're writing. So are you writing cause and effect? Are you writing addition, contrast, or an order time? I used a lot of order time transitions because I was telling a sequential story. So I might actually go into and by might, I mean I will, um, go into my plot line and add where I might put some of these transitions. So I might do a lot of next, then, be good if I could spell these words correctly. Next, then, finally, right? So I'm adding those words in to my plot line where I might add them into the story. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. Thanks, guys.